Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can. And this time I'll be playing SOMA blind. Now, before I start, I would like to make a note of something. Unfortunately, as eager as I am to play this game, I've encountered some pretty heavy technical problems so far because it keeps crashing on me whenever I enable the recording software. Like, it works alright on its own, but whenever I actually, start the recording, it keeps crashing. And I tried a bunch of different methods as well as a bunch of different programs, in fact, a bunch of different software to record, and the problem keeps repeating. So I ended up going with a windowed mode, not even a borderless full screen, but a regular old window. And that's why the dimensions of the recording might be kind of weird, because it's running in a window, but I've stretched it to full screen, kind of. Like, it's a workaround, and I apologize if that causes any inconvenience, but unfortunately it's literally the only way I've devised so far for the game to actually play. So what do I know about this game? The answer is nothing. I've deliberately kept myself in the dark about it because I've heard that it touches on some pretty deep philosophical questions, and that on its own is kind of enough to interest me, because I'm one of those people who are very prone to over-analyzing things, and I like to think a lot about the media I consume and form wild theories, and also I enjoy philosophy in general. Now, one last comment before I start. The title of this game, SOMA, it's a Greek word that means body, like as in a physical body, and there is a prominent image during the loading of like a brain scan or something like that. There's a brain imaging, like a medical screening of the brain, and it causes me to instantly think that maybe one of the sort of issues that are going to be covered in this game is the relationship between our physical body and our mind, which incidentally is something that has been of interest to me for years, because I happen to technically have brain damage, like I have cerebral palsy, and I've often wondered, what are the exact effects of it upon my personality, for example, and to what degree would I be a different person if my brain, was whole, if my brain was not damaged. Obviously, it's very difficult to answer that question, because the very fact that I have a disability has had a tremendous impact on my actual life experience, and my life experience in turn has created the person I am. So it's sort of indivisible, I feel like. You cannot separate those things, but if you could, I often wondered, how much is the construction of my brain alone, and the damage the damage my brain has suffered alone, how much does it reflect on what kind of person I am? So if this game is going to touch on something similar, I'm definitely going to be very interested in that. But enough talking, let's start a new game. Okay, so there is a normal mode. Monsters are dangerous and can kill you. You need to think and sneak to survive, the way the game was designed from the start. And there is a safe mode. Monsters are still creepy, but they can't kill you. You don't need to worry about stealth as you play. Okay, so obviously I am going to go with normal mode, especially because it says here this was the way the game was designed. So let's go. Yeah, we'll overwrite my save. I only just entered like the very beginning of the game to check the audio and the controls.
Are you okay, Simon? I think you're bleeding.
Oh, that's nothing. It's just my brain can't stop bleeding from the accident.
Here, take this.
No, that's for later, for the scan.
It's green.
Ashley, I need to tell you something.
Simon, please don't make this weird.
No, it's not like that. Why now?
Who's David Munchie?
Why is there never enough time?
For what?
Christ.
Okay, let's pick up because it's going to keep annoying me.
Yeah, I'm up.
Hi, Simon Jarrett?
Yeah, that's me.
My name is David Munchie. We spoke earlier.
The brain scan, I remember.
Are you all right?
Yeah, just a bad dream. Are we still on for today?
Yeah, that's why I'm calling. I wanted to remind you to drink the tracer fluid I sent you. It'll help me capture a better image of the damages.
Don't worry, I got it somewhere.
Okay, great. Well, I'll see you in a couple of hours then.
Okay, see you soon.
My legs have seemingly disappeared. They were visible for a moment when I was sitting upon the bed, but now when I am actually in control, I can no longer see my own body.
Where did I put the tracer fluid?
Which is a little bit annoying. Like, I really like when the first-person games actually show your character's body. I find it immersive and kind of cool. But a couple of things I would like to already say. First of all, it seems that my character himself also happens to have brain damage. It seems he was in some kind of a car accident.
Where are you?
Presumably with his girlfriend, because I had a dream right now, but obviously that dream didn't make sense because like the timeline of it didn't make sense because he was talking to her about already having the brain damage, and she was asking him about the doctor. So obviously I suppose it's something that happens quite a lot in dreams. His mind sort of jumbled the events and connected the different different events from different time into one scenario. But I guess what happens in the broadest strokes is that he had a car accident that led to him sustaining brain damage, and then now he has a scan set up of some sort to evaluate that. And also there was a quote by Philip K. Dick that amounted to reality. It said something along the lines of reality is that which still exists at the point where you stop believing in it, which I find like annoyingly pretentious, because it's not even true. Like, it's one of those quotes that try so hard to be profound but end up being kind of pointless, because like I'm pretty sure that's not how it works, because in fact, one of the most horrible things about psychotic symptoms, such as hallucinations, is that you can be rationally convinced that those things that you hear or see are not real, but you still like can't stop yourself from seemingly perceiving them. So I feel like that quote was pointless, and it kind of annoys me, in fact, how pretentious that is. Like he must have thought that he's oh so smart when he said that, but in fact it doesn't really even make sense. Oh well. Let me explore my apartment. I will start from the door. Oh, I guess I can turn on the lights, which is going to make things a little bit easier. Presumably I can't leave while still in my underwear.
I really should drink the tracer fluid before I go see Dr. Munchie.
Although, I guess I do have pants on. I guess I was napping more than I was sleeping. Okay, there are keys. Some envelope. To Simon Jarrett. Something Avenue, Toronto. Okay, so we're in Canada then. But I seemingly can't open it. Like I'm clicking different buttons on my keyboard, and like the left mouse button and the right mouse button, and nothing is happening. Maybe the protagonist himself will comment on it later after I find the tracer fluid. Okay. Some trash. Press right mouse button to throw it. Okay, something interesting in the trash? Not quite. To do. Remind Jesse, pick up meds and flowers for the funeral. Oh, so I guess his girlfriend probably died in the accident? Okay. Is the fluid in the fridge?
Fast food. Should buy something healthier on my way home.
Nope. Although, wait, he keeps pizza in the fridge? That's kind of weird. Is that something you people do? Like, is it common in America? Like, to be honest, whenever I have leftover pizza, I just leave it on the counter. Like, I don't refrigerate it because I plan to eat it next day anyway. And in fact, I'm pretty sure refrigerating it would make it taste worse. So I'm pretty weirded out by the fact that he keeps pizza in... Because it doesn't look like it's a frozen pizza, and even if it was, it should be in the freezer, right? It looks like a regular, chain, like a kind of pizza that you just simply order. So why is he refrigerating it? It's kind of weird. Is it common? Like, do you people do this? Okay, I can't read what it says on the cabbage, but presumably nothing important. Pan pizza, okay. Mexicana. Now this I get, because this seems to be some kind of a pre-prepared thing that you, for example, stick into the oven or something. But even then, shouldn't it be in the freezer instead of the paste? Instead of in the refrigerator? A medium soda, okay. To be honest, I'm kind of annoyed because it seems to be one of those games that lets you rotate every object, but it doesn't provide me with a good enough zoom. Like, if anything, it seems kind of cruel to me, because I'm incidentally one of those people who would actually devote time to trying to read what it says on the cabbage, but I can't, because I can't bring it any closer. Like, this is the maximum amount I can bring it towards my character, and I can't read it, so that's kind of annoying. Oh well, I guess the tracer fluid is not in the refrigerator. Is it here? Nope. Microwave. Coats and stuff. Table for two. Presumably he was living with his girlfriend. Although, presumably not, because he only has a single bed. Some leftover food. Presumably he's a little depressed. That's why the place is, rather unkempt, because he wasn't feeling like cleaning it. Okay.
Right. Watching TV gives me headaches now. Thank you, brain.
No disc. Can I insert a disc? Because I see he has some kind of a console or something. Massive recoil. John Hugh is a corrupt cop working in Hong Kong. One day his life is turned upside down as he meets Amber, a mysterious foreigner who is kept prisoner by the Golden Dragon Triad. Get ready to go rogue, for it's time to go against the Triad, the police, and the supernatural forces of the underground. Get ready for massive recoil. Not authorized for sale or rental outside of USA and Canada. The copyright, blah blah blah, to some company. it's literally called Some Company Incorporated. But unfortunately, again, it's a little bit too small to comfortably read for me. So I hope there are no cool Easter eggs that I'm overlooking by not reading it in its entirety. So presumably I can't. View text. So I guess there is like a help for reading texts that might be difficult for me to read. I can just have them displayed. It's good to know. Okay, so I can't insert the disc, presumably. Has some posters, divers, and space. Okay. TFO, Toronto Festival of Literature, and interference. I'm not sure if I'm reading it right, but I guess it's a stylized way of writing interference. Maybe. The Beige Noise Tour. Okay. What's in the shelves here? Use the mouse to blah blah blah. Okay, that's self-explanatory. I don't think I can actually read this brochure, but it seems to be some kind of a leaflet on something connecting with the, I don't know, city planning or something. I don't know. There's like a switchblade or a multi-tool, but I seemingly can't do anything with it. And there is a book, Robin McConnell, Hooked, Part 1. That's a little bit of a disturbing cover. Mark and Diana Miller has finally caught a break. Shouldn't it be have? Because it's plural, right? Have finally caught a break. They've managed to save up enough money to take the family on the vacation to Hawaii they've been talking about for so long. But as sun sets over the Waikiki beach the first day, Mark and Diana's paradise turns into a nightmare as swimmers are caught in thousands of thin strings stretching from somewhere below the waves. Slowly, swimmers are pulled into the screaming dark waters. Desperate to get out of the harm's way, their 7-year-old son, Charlie, is caught by the vicious tendrils. Suspenseful, mystical, and absolutely terrifying. Hooked will pull you in. Okay. Anything under the bed? Doesn't look like it. Okay, I looked in here, and I think I looked in the drawers here. Okay.
Hey Simon, it's Jesse. You working this weekend or what? I knew there was something you were doing. Was it this weekend or next? Anywho, just shoot me a mail or something. Love you, miss you, mean it.
End of messages.
I swear, that guy has the memory of a goldfish. I even sent an email to remind him, didn't I?
Yeah, right. There was a message on the to-do list to remind Jesse. Presumably the reminder was that I'm not showing up for work today because I have that medical scan. Now, what does this say? Ombra della Sera, Volterra. I have no idea what that means, although Volterra is a city in Italy. Is it some kind of an award I won or something? Or is it just a souvenir? Like, presumably, judging from the fact that it mentions Volterra, it might be just a souvenir from Italy. Freak. Didn't want to do that. It's always a bit of a problem in those games where you can just pick up objects willy-nilly. Well, I guess it'll have to be like that. Okay, clothes. More clothes. And more clothes. Vacuum cleaner. Dying plants, which I guess might be another sign that my character is depressed and is not feeling well because he has not been taking care of the plant. I don't think I can read those. Although it seems to be some kind of a medical journal. Science in View. Maybe I was reading more about brain damage, neurology and stuff, after the accident, because I wanted to learn more about my own condition. Aha, indeed I was. Mapping Minds by Albert Isaacson. Widely praised as one of the most comprehensive yet accessible texts about the anatomy of the human brain, its function, and our perception of consciousness. Find out how our brain is dependent on its body, why the brain is simply not a computer, and a multitude of other interesting facts that will make your head spin. This edition also includes 2 new chapters about the development of the brain and how it affects our behaviors in different stages of our lives. Okay. I have no doubt that such a heavy focus on the brain is not a coincidence and will probably play a large part in the story of the game. Okay, bunch of books. 7 political systems. The Roman state, right here. How to shoot. So it's a book about photography. I guess either I am a photographer or my girlfriend was, because there's a camera as well as some lenses, and also a bunch of photos. Some pedestrian crossing. Tea. A bug on a branch. Okay. Whatever. Any interesting books here? Doesn't look like it. Okay, I looked at this.
Summer's coming. Hope it's a good one.
Grimoire. Okay. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe it's some kind of a game that I'm a fan of. Not much happening in the neighborhood, it seems. Okay, anything interesting in the trash? Nope. Get well soon. Love, Mum. Disease? What? Disease equals sick? Oh, diagnose. What? What does it say? I might be slowly turning blind. Like, I'm not wearing my glasses at this point, which maybe I should. But presumably it says diagnosis sick and then treatment medicine. Okay, to be honest, I feel it's kind of sad to get a get well card from your mum. Like, it seems to me first of all, that get well cards are kind of pointless most of the time, because if you don't care enough to like call or visit, then maybe you shouldn't care at all. But if you like, they might be kind of justified if like you, I don't know, only have like a formal relationship, and it's expected of you to at least, you know, care in a performative way, you know, to display some amount of care. But I would actually be sad to receive a get well card from my mom instead of you know, her calling me or actually visiting me, because it would seem to me that if your own parents just give you a get well card, then they kind of don't care, and it's a little bit hurtful to me. But oh well. Okay, I have some kind of a action figure or something. Also a notepad, some graphs, as well as a sketch of that figure over there, and something about. I have no idea what it says on the post-it card, unfortunately, which is partially because I'm not seeing it that well, and partially because I can't make it out from among the reading. Among the lettering. So, oh well, I guess I will have to just leave it be. Let's move the chair slightly. Any interesting books or something? Roman state, I looked at that already. 7 political systems. Okay, and more photos. The sea and grimoire. So it's like a shop. It's presumably like a hobby store or something. Maybe they sell games there. Is that me and my girlfriend? To be honest, I kind of already don't remember how she looked like from the intro. So, but presumably that is like, it would be, barring my actual family, for example, my sister, it would be a little bit potentially disrespectful to have a photo of some other girl that's not my girlfriend in my apartment. As I said, excluding my actual family. So I'm going to assume that's me and my girlfriend. Simon Jarrett, Dr. Erin Peake, Gadutan 755, contrast tracer fluid. Okay, so it's a what's the word? It's a prescription for the tracer fluid that I'm going to drink before the scan. Okay. The Grimoire presents Robin McConnell Meet and Greet book signing. It's the guy that wrote the book right there. Hooked, was it? Okay, let's check my computer. From David Munshi, a neurograph session, date April the 30th, 2015. Thank you again for participating in our research. The scan will be performed at Pace Laboratories in Toronto, but since we are guests, our access is a bit unpredictable. I will try to schedule a scan session for Saturday. I will get back to you when confirmed. New prescription, Erin Peake. Dear Mr. Jarrett, I'm happy to hear your headaches have become less frequent. Your latest tests show your brain is slowly recovering, but it's still too early to tell how well it will adjust to the damage. The bleeding will continue over the coming months at least, and you will need to come to the hospital a few times to drain the cavity to prevent the blood from building up pressure. Since excessive stress could be fatal, I have written you a prescription for prazosin to help you with your nightmares. Please read the instructions on the medicine and medicate accordingly. Try to get a lot of rest, and I will see you next week. Draft. Oh, so I didn't send it.
Oh, I forgot to hit send.
Well, better late than never, I guess. To Jesse at the Grimoire, Saturday off. Hi Jesse, since you probably forgot, here is me reminding you that I've got the doctor's appointment tomorrow, i.e., I'm not coming into work. This means you need to make sure you're actually on time to open up the store, and please unpack the boxes behind the counter. They are starting to become a workplace hazard. Also, books tend to sell much better if they are put on the shelves where people are able to actually see them. Good luck, you will need it. Simon. Let's send it, just in case.
Better late than never.
Right? Right? That's what I said. Okay, I don't think I can do anything else on my computer. So let's get out from here. Downtown accident kills young woman. Yeah, right. It's probably about my girlfriend. Yesterday, a driver, distracted by her children, ran a red light, causing her to blindside a car in the intersection of Bloor Street and Spadina Road. The mother and her children, traveling in a robust SUV, were left bruised but largely unharmed. The other party was less lucky, as the car crashed into the passenger side of Ashley Hall, sustained devastating damages as the car crashed into the passenger's side. I got confused because I was for a second, like, I thought Ashley Hall is like a place. It's some kind of a hall, but it's my girlfriend, right? As the car crashed into the passenger side, Ashley Hall, 23, sustained devastating damages and suffocated from blood trapped in her lungs before the ambulance arrived. Her friend and driver, Simon Jarrett, 26, survived, but with complicated results believed to leave him with permanent brain damage. The driver of the SUV, whose name has presumably not been released by the police, claims it was an accident and practically unavoidable. Okay, game ends with a surprise and 50% off on something. And something about racing. Okay, whatever. Now, that's a pretty horrible way to die for my girlfriend, to suffocate by having your own blood fill your lungs. So, like, it's basically she drowned in her own blood, which is pretty horrible. Okay. And what's here? Okay, it's a pencil case, I guess. Cinema Variety, the ultimate movie magazine, summer blockbusters, Japanimation, bigger than ever, stunts versus CGI. What's a battle movie? In the theaters, December 13th. Massive Recoil 2, flawless execution. Okay, I don't think I can actually open it, so it's mostly just for show. Oh, this is the magazine I was not able to look up earlier. Unfortunately, I cannot flip it properly, and it doesn't display any text. Commonwealth, I guess it says. Homebound. Okay, it's pretty annoying to read it upside down. Why we are bringing the troops home, okay, from some kind of a war, I guess. Xenophobia on the rise, as Okay, something about xenophobia. It's pretty annoying for me to try to read it upside down, so I think I'm not going to bother. Although maybe I can, if I grab it differently, maybe it's going to. No, I can't. Okay, it was something about xenophobia. I guess it'll have to suffice. Although it's interesting that it seems to be yet another copy of this, but my character is determined to pick up the one that's upside down as opposed to this one. Oh well. More lenses for the camera. Okay, so I guess the only place the fluid can be at is the bathroom. Now, it's actually pretty common, at least in fiction, for people in America to keep their medicine in their bathroom, like cabinet.
There it
so
is.
yeah, right. So presumably that's the case here as well. Well, let's drink it. Use an object, press left mouse button. Caution. Something about the nuclear contrasting something, but I can't read it that well, so let's just drink it.
It feels like milk, but the taste, it's like sucking on a penny.
Although I seem to remember that it had a different color in the dream, and I wonder if it's relevant somehow, you know, if my brain was trying to tell me something. Well, I have bloody rags here, so presumably my head wound is still bleeding, because also presumably my skull is actually like drilled or something to actually, you know, what's the word, suction off the blood. That's because my brain is bleeding, and you can't just leave the blood in the skull, because that would presumably kill you after a while, and also, you know, it could give you further brain damage from like building pressure, which is incidentally just what they said in the email. So presumably I have an actual, still like an actual head wound, and you know, it's bleeding. My head is bleeding as well, not only my brain internally, which is a bit hardcore.
I don't want to keep the doctor waiting. I'll shower when I get back.
Okay, I guess that's fair enough. Clothes, blah blah blah. Okay, nothing new here. I think I'm ready. I'm ready, actually. Well, let's go.
Nothing works anymore, I tell you. Conservative, my ass. They're ruining everything. They're all sick. All of them. It's all a lie.
Well, let's pick up.
Awful lie.
Jesse,
Hey, Simon. I got your email. Just wanted to wish you good luck and let you know I got you covered.
thanks. I should be able to come to the store after this scan.
Don't sweat it. I got Matt and Chris help me out.
Maddie from SNL?
Guess you didn't hear? He's coming in full time, working the comics section.
That's Ashley's job.
Yeah, well, you know.
Forget it. Not doing her any favors by leaving an empty spot. Not like she's coming back.
Well, good luck. Hope they find a way to reverse the whole, you know, dying thing.
Dying thing? You're the worst support ever.
What should I say?
I'll see you later, Jesse. Don't burn the place down while I'm gone.
Over and out, buddy.
Won't find me in a voting booth. All a big setup.
Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure the guy on the right...
Hello? Dr. Munchie?
I'm pretty sure the guy on the right actually said something, but I didn't hear it, like I couldn't make it out because he was kind of mumbling under his breath.
Where is everyone? Thought this place would be busy.
And I feel like it might have been important because fiction really likes this trope of like prophetic homeless people. Like you have this homeless guy who's like all disheveled and everything, and he says some random crap, and it seems like nonsense, but then it turns out that it was actually, foretelling the actual events or something, or it was like an ominous warning of what is going to happen. But I feel like that's a decent length for this first episode, so I'm going to just pause it here. Yeah, that's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!